Hey there, Peace Elechi here again, and welcome back. You know, we started a series on our foremothers who shaped Moses' life. Today we'll be looking at Miriam and Pharaoh's daughter. Let's start with Miriam. Remember Miriam? Miriam was Moses' elder sister. Miriam was 7 years older than Moses. What is the role of Miriam in all this? Miriam was also a mother to Moses, even though she was Moses' sister. The first role she played was the role of a protector. She was the one who washed the basket where Moses was placed, until it got to the destination, which was Pharaoh's daughter's hand. She was the one who stayed at the river bank observing the basket. So she acted as a protector. Secondly, she arranged for Moses to be nursed by his own mother. What wisdom. You know, she just appeared from nowhere and said, should I go fetch a mother for this boy? And Pharaoh's daughter agreed to it sharp. And then thirdly, she helped preserve the identity of Moses. Why is Miriam so important in this story? She was just a sister. The importance is that as a family, every family has a role to play. Every family has a purpose on earth. So for Moses' family was meant to deliver Israel. So this mandate would have been shared amongst the siblings. And so she helped the mother guide her brother. Because along the way, Miriam became a spiritual leader alongside with Moses. She became Israel's spiritual leader, one of the spiritual leaders with Moses. She was a worship leader. Remember when they crossed over the Red Sea, she started the praise worship. And she led Israel in singing praises to God. So she strengthened the spiritual life of the people through worship. Although later on, envy crept in. Miriam made the mistake of envying his brother Moses. So sometimes as humans, we tend to forget the mandate. And that was what happened to Miriam. But then she came back on track. So what am I saying about Miriam? Even though it's a sister, please try to share amongst the siblings. This is this person's purpose. This is this person's purpose. So they work hand in hand together to bring to pass the purpose. Secondly, let's look at Pharaoh's daughter. What is Pharaoh's daughter's role? Pharaoh's daughter's role in all of this. Pharaoh's daughter adopted Moses and gave him his identity. She named him prophetically without even knowing that Moses was meant to be the deliverer of Israel at that time. She positioned him at two intersections of two walls. She positioned him at two intersections of two walls. She allowed Moses to be trained and educated in the palace, to know the ways of the palace, and she provided access to royal education and training. So, mothers, here's my resolve for mothers. It doesn't matter if the child you are nurturing is your biological child or not. You could come across a child that you could have access to a life of a child, and you're supposed to nurture that child without even knowing what that child will become in future. What your contribution to that child today matters. Supposing this child was abandoned or this child was maltreated by Pharaoh's daughter, do you think when Israel was going away from the land of Egypt that Pharaoh's daughter would have gone along with them? No. But the scripture records that when Moses was leaving, he left with his biological mother and also his foster mother, which is Pharaoh's daughter. So think about tomorrow. Whenever you come in contact with any child, whether it's your biological child or not, your contribution to the life of that child today will go a long run in prepping his future. Don't be negligent about any child. When you have an opportunity to nurture any child that comes your way, please do it with all of your heart. Give it your all. Bring up that child like that child is your own. God bless you.